So last week, one of my close friends texted me and he's like, man, I'm really marinating on the word pivot. And he's like, when I dug a little bit deeper, this story of Michael Jordan came up, and so Michael Jordan kind of invented or made popular or was able to truly utilize this technique called the fadeaway jumper. And Kobe Bryant also was somebody that made this his own. And so these two moves, or these two players, had this move that truly set them apart. And the idea of the pivot is this. When Michael Jordan was driving to the basket, there was an obstacle that would present itself in his way, a defender getting in his way between where he is and where he wanted to go to get the outcome that he desired. And so he would stop, he would pick up the ball, and then he would start to pivot. And in this pivot, he would create space. And by creating this space, an opportunity opened itself for him to then fade away and hit this fadeaway jumper shot. Now, many of us are trying to get somewhere, and an obstacle is getting in our way, or a series of obstacles are getting in our way. This is natural. This is normal. This is the moment, the season that we're in. And I think the lesson here, or the thing to think about, is this. When presented with an obstacle, we have one of two choices. We can either pivot or we can proceed. If we proceed, it means we're going to try and bully through or push through this challenge that presents itself, which sometimes that's the right move. But when we are in a season of new normal, or establishing new normal, new ways to get the outcome that we want, if we pivot and create some space for ourselves, a new possibility, a new opportunity will open up. And that is what Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant did so well. When faced with the opportunity of pivot or proceed, they chose to pick up the ball and pivot, create the space for them, and then do something that changed the way the game was played. So you and I are presented with this opportunity to pivot or to proceed, to push forward into the obstacle and most times get stuck or end up getting a scenario happening or turning over or something negative. Or we can take a step back, we can pivot, and we could try something new. This is a season to try something new. This is a season of being able to pivot to a whole new level. So what are a couple of ways that we can pivot? One is to just take the foot off the gas for a moment, to just settle into the scenario and look around. If we're just trying to proceed, we're just staying focused on the one path that we know to get the outcome that we want or the outcome that we need. But if we can pivot, we can create some space, maybe delegate something we've never delegated before, maybe give somebody the benefit of the doubt, or ask somebody, phone a friend. Whatever it might be, we have to find ways to pivot. And when we do that, we open up a new possibility to hit that fadeaway jumper, to change the way that even our game is played. And when we can change the way that our game is played, we can open up a new opportunity to get to the result, to get the outcome that we desire. So the next time you face an obstacle, and there's plenty all around us every day, whether it's a distraction from the kids, whether it's a new project, whether it's a communication obstacle, do we proceed or do we choose to pivot?